and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com. Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. Certainly glad you tuned in here to the Pizza Ranch studio, presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, Great Southern Bank, Doak Propane, Liuna, Laborers Local 663, Building Missouri, and Building Missouri State. We go north for the second time this year. We're at Blair Oaks High School, and we welcome in Blair Oaks head football coach Ted LePage. Coach, congratulations, an exciting game in the semifinals on Saturday. Tell us a little bit about it from your standpoint.
Well, we went into really a hostile environment at Bowling Green. They opened up the gates at 11:30, and the place was completely packed. It's a statement year for them. They were unbelievable. They were 23-1 coming into this football game in their last 2 years. The environment was just unbelievable, but our players just stepped up, kept playing. They had an incredible team, averaging 66 points a game and giving up 8 through 12 games this year. So for us to come out and especially score that many, we didn't like giving up that many, but 2 of them were on special teams. We feel like that we really played a really good football team, did a really good job of taking what they gave us. The guy sitting right next to me just had a phenomenal day also. He really did a good job distributing the ball, first of all, throwing it. And then when the opportunity was run there, just did what he normally does.
Well, you're down a point at the end of first quarter, 16-15. You go up 41-32, I believe, at the half. Then you shut them out in the third quarter. Were there adjustments made at halftime, or was it more about just take care of the football?
It was more about our special teams. We kept putting them in short fields. We kept doing stuff because our kickoff coverage just didn't do a very good job, and we'd done really well the week before. So it was more just having good field position, and then our guys rallying to the football. We did a great job. They had 2 really good backs that just were phenomenal. One had 2,600 yards or something on goodness coming into the game, and we did a great job of shutting those guys down, keeping in our lanes. They broke a couple on us, but not very many. We held them to 270 yards offense. So we just, shot ourselves in the foot a bunch, but just kept coming back.
Well, and the young man sitting next to you had a lot to do with that. A phenomenal day. And he's putting up these Nintendo-type numbers, on a weekly basis. 631 total yards of offense and 6 touchdowns. Tell us a little bit about Dylan's performance.
Well, we thought going into the game, and we give Dylan a lot of input into our offense, and so every week we're talking with him just as much. The state championship game will be his 53rd start, if it gives you an example. And he's just such a great student of the game, great individual person. But we felt like going in the game after discussing with him, we could throw it all over the yard. They had not seen a team like us. We felt like our receivers, we have 5 receivers that all can go get the ball all over 20 yards a catch. They all have over 20 catches. We've thrown for almost 3,000 yards. So we felt like it was going to be a good day. And then what we put in is, the option for him to run also. And his running ability is just so instinctual. It's nothing that's coached. It's just God-given talent and him working at it every day. So from that standpoint, we can't take any credit. It's all him. But the passing, we really put ourselves in a good position. He threw a lot of really good footballs. Our receivers made some great catches. But, the overall play of the entire offense radiates through and around him. But I think the biggest compliment I can give him is he lifts our players up. Everybody on offense wants to play better when Dylan's playing.
Dylan, first off, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on your second Athlete of the Week award. And tell us a little bit about, from your standpoint, the game, in preparation, and then how the game started. Did it kind of feel like it was going to go that way for you?
Well, we started off watching film, and like Coach said, we knew that we could pass all over them. And then we went into the game fired up because they were saying it was the game of the year, and we just knew it was going to be a good game. And then the game started off a little differently. I wanted to receive the ball first and score, but that didn't happen. And I think we just went from there and did our thing.
So 631 yards of total offense. Tell us about, some of the things that were going really well for you. I mean, you talked about the passing, and you were able to, looking at the film, you thought you could have some success. Did you have that type of success?
Yeah, when they stacked the box, we threw it and caught, and then when they spread the defense out, we just ran it.
When you break the huddle or get to the line of scrimmage, what are some things you're concentrating on? Are you looking for maybe the strong safety or outside linebackers? What just whistle to whistle preparations are you doing?
It's just depending on the play, like what my first read is, and just if it's a pass or a run or that type of stuff.
Very good. What was the atmosphere like from your standpoint as a player? Was that something you enjoyed, being in that atmosphere?
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it.
Now you've got a Lamar team that put up similar type numbers over the weekend. What are you going to do here to prepare for them? And I'm not asking for any secrets, but what are you doing this week to kind of get prepared for Coach Bishore's group?
Just like Bowling Green, just watch film and practice this week and get better.
Yeah. Coach, as you look at Lamar on film and things like that, what are your thoughts on the Tigers, and what are you going to have to do? Maybe what's one stat that you're going to have to control going into that game? Maybe it's time, possession, or turnovers, or special teams maybe.
Well, I think special teams will be huge. Turnovers is always big in a state championship game, but we're not a time possession team, so that's not something we really worry about. We'll take the time of possession, but that's not a statistic we worry about in our offense. The one thing I talked to Dylan, and we got several of our football players in class right before we started this is a team that is very disciplined. They don't do anything wrong. They're extremely well coached. They play extremely hard, and they're really dominant at what they do. That's always a scary thing going into a game because they're going to be where they're going to be. But with the last couple teams we've played, there's been some things they do that aren't really normal. And so you didn't know where they're going to be. We went and played Live for Life in St. Louis, and they could have lined up anywhere on the field, and they can just run around you, do some different things. This isn't that type of team. We know where they're going to be. It's just, can you execute well enough to out-execute them? And I think that's one thing. Our players this morning, we watched film first thing this morning. I think they're more excited about anything is this is extreme challenge of discipline versus discipline, and see who can execute better, because they are very, very good at what they do, how they do it, and there's no secrets about it. I think we're very similar that way. So I think that this is going to be a true come down to the last second, come down to the last minute type deal. And if we can put it in one's hands, we're not going to worry about it too much.
Coach, as you look at your schedule, is there a team that you've played this year that you can kind of compare maybe to Lamar as with regards to size and speed?
Well, I think anytime you look at Lamar, there's nobody you're going to compare them to, because they're the class of the small schools for the last, 20 years. It's been unbelievable, their consistency and their approach and just their dominance. But I think if you had to look at one team we play, it would be Maryville the first week. You know that they're going to do everything right. They're going to be well coached. They're going to be in spots. They're going to be in exactly where they're supposed to be. And Maryville is one of those teams that you just really want to play, and it makes you nervous to play them. But at the same standpoint, if you're going into that game and you're not prepared, they're going to find your weaknesses. And this is the same feeling we have with Lamar, that they're going to be able to exploit what you do wrong, and they're going to take advantage of that. So that's why you go back, you really kind of evaluate yourself on this kind of game, because they're going to find your weaknesses.
And Coach, and again, we're visiting with our Chevrolet Athlete of the Week, Dylan Hare, and head coach at Ted LePage at Blair Oaks. Coach, tell us a little bit about your preparation this week. First off, did you come out of Saturday relatively healthy? And if so, what's your prep going to be like this week?
Well, we came out healthy. That is a big plus. We, on Sunday, we gave the players completely off. Coaches, we work. It's no big deal on that. But Sunday, we gave them completely off. Monday, we came in. We watched film in the morning. We're going to have a film session after school and a walkthrough. No pads. Tuesday, we're going to have a normal Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to have a normal Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to have a normal Thursday. We're going to go with probably 3 days of preparation, just because it was such a short turnaround. Earlier in my career, I would have grinded, and I would have told the players Monday, it's right back at it. As I've gotten older, we feel like, okay, at this point in the season, let's get their legs back underneath them. Let's let them go a little bit. Now, we'll do a lot more film preparation than we probably have the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but we will do more as the week wears on with the physicality side, because we don't want to lose our physicality. We're a very physical football team, and we want to go into this game and try to out-physical them.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time. And Dylan, again, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network, congratulations on your second Athlete of the Week presented by Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
Thank you for nominating him and letting him have this award. Really appreciate the coverage.
You bet, Coach. And hopefully we'll be there, and hopefully we get to visit next week and we can kind of reminisce a little bit.
Outstanding. Thank you.
You bet. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe. Be smart.